Hey everyone. Just based on what's going on in the world, and I actually am not really following anymore, but I think what's going on in the world is being mirrored in each individual life. So all I want to say is that it is time to let go. Um, it is a time to reevaluate. Okay, so a lot of people know this already, but it's becoming more solidified in some people where they realize, there is no going back to what was. Okay, because what was pretty much was not real. It wasn't. It wasn't going to support the planet or humanity. Okay, and there is no such thing as a new normal either. New normal isn't good either. What we need to do is release all attachments to what we think is normal and what we think is good or bad, and become who we are truly meant to be. Okay? I personally believe in a cashless society, but not like the way the New World Order is promoting. I mean, like where money doesn't exist because it's not real. It isn't real. So releasing attachment to money is a big one, because money is just energy. It is just a representation of basically, you know, it's not a physical thing. It's really not a physical thing, but it's representing kind of a material, it's like a measure of our material goods, basically what we have, but it's not real. Okay. And releasing attachment to money means that you can live more freely in your truth, and it could potentially turn into a bartering society. That is basically what I want. Here's your healing, give me some tomatoes and some basil and garlic from your garden, and I can make tomato sauce now for myself. Bartering society is actually what would be ideal. And releasing attachments, okay? Releasing attachments to who you thought you were, who you think you're supposed to be, and realizing that the reason why many people are being forced to let go at this time of previous roles and jobs and losing money in the stock market and all that, it's because none of it was really defining reality. Okay? And it's now coming into your power and realizing who you truly are. And if you think that having a certain amount of money or a certain job or a certain status is actually going to show you who you are and give you some sense of purpose, then that is pretty much why it's being taken away. It's because it's time to wake up to your own divinity, to your soul's real essence. Okay? So I'm just saying this because my own personal experience right now is I'm being tested. I'm not teaching yoga in person, and I am not inclined to be in an environment where I'm forced to follow ridiculous restrictions, wear masks and use toxic hand sanitizer and all that, follow arrows, and I'm not inclined to do that. And so what's happening, because my soul is very much aligned, I would say, with who I am, like I'm aligned with who I am, it's pushing me out of my comfort zone so that I have to find new ways of being and new ways of thinking and new ways of incorporating my purpose, so that, because I refuse to be part of the illusion, and a lot of it is complete illusion. If you know that you are more powerful than everything that is happening around you and you are infinite, there is no limit here. You can find a way to be yourself within whatever restrictions have been placed. However, it's like, you know that these restrictions aren't even real, but you can still play as part of society. Like, you can still play the game, but be disengaged from it at the same time. I don't really know how better to explain it. One day, once my life unfolds a little bit more, I'll be able to explain this a little bit better. But like, for example, I'm alluding to this because it's kind of my own personal thing. But let's say you have a license to, a professional license. Do you really need it? Do you really need it? Because if you're relying on that status or that title to give you a sense of power or worth or credibility, then you are submitting to society and society's beliefs. But if you start to realize that you are so much more than that piece of paper or that whatever title, and you just start being yourself and you just start trusting that, you know that you will attract abundance in every way, right? Especially if you have a clear vision of yourself, who you are, what you want, but like very specific vision. So soon enough, sorry, my dog's driving me a little cuckoo right now. She's trying to eat probably goose crap right now. Sorry. Okay, I shouldn't be saying that. Okay. I will probably start making videos on manifestation because in my own personal life, there's been a lot of that. Like, whereas before my eyes, I'm exactly where I thought I was, like what I wanted. I've manifested things that I later on realized, oh wait, yeah, that is what I wanted. That's cool. It happened. So what you need to realize is that you are a lot more powerful than anything that you've labeled yourself with. Okay, so this is a really good time to reevaluate and decide, do you really want to stay in this illusion where the label, the money, the status is defining your worth, is defining how successful you are, and your power? Because it's all an illusion. Okay, maybe not everyone agrees with this, but if you be yourself, if you tap into your purpose in a very unique way, like true to yourself, the world will see that, right? They will see that and appreciate it, and the right people will show up to honor that and give you the, basically, if you want to call it the business, or they will come to you for your services. Okay? This may not apply to everyone, but there are a lot of people out there who are working in jobs that have nothing to do with their higher purpose here. And they know that they're a healer, or they know that they're a helper, or they know that they're a creator, but they're working in a job that has nothing to do with that. But it's okay. You needed to take that step to get to the next thing. And it's waking you up. If you feel completely drained and dissatisfied with what you're doing, it's one of two things. One, you're not seeing something, like you're not having gratitude for something within the thing that you're doing. Or two, you really need to get out of there. Or both. It could be both. Okay? I know for me, if I keep getting tapped on the shoulder energetically, like, hey, this isn't good for you, hey, this isn't good for you, hey, you, I leave. I don't last very long in, like, I have a tendency to move around a lot. Not so much, well, moving, yes, in the last 2 years, but in terms of work, I don't really stay too long in one place. But there's always a consistency in what I do. It's just I outgrow where I am doing that thing. And what's happening is it's becoming more and more expansive the more I listen to where I need to go. So it's tapping into your truth, understanding where you're supposed to be, what you actually want to do, and honoring that instead of denying it and being scared of taking that step. Okay, there's a lot of people that overcome those fears, and they get it, and they do it, and you see them just living their dream because they trust it, and they trust it in their authenticity, their power, the love inside them, the sincerity. And the more sincere you are about it, the more you come from a good place, a heart-centered place, the more people will feel that, and the more people you will attract to want to, take your service. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. So I hope that helps you, and I will be back soon, and more to come. Any requests of things you'd like me to channel? I have a couple things that I need to bring through related to plant medicine and probably crystals and essential oils and herbs and flowers and things like that. So I'm going to be bringing in more information. So any requests, you're always welcome to send me a message, an email, or put a comment under here. All right, thanks for joining me. Have a great day.